Good afternoon. Welcome to SKTV News. You're watching Afternoon English News with Premi Thangjam. Before we begin, the first headlines. Meeting conveyed by Ministry of Home Affairs for ministers and MLAs of Meitei, Naga and Kuki communities commences at 1:30 p.m. KNO and UPF support Kuki MLAs participation in centre conveyed meeting but warn against discussions with Meitei MLAs without consulting Kuki Zo CSOs. Total shutdown called by various outlawed groups against Manipur's merger with Indian territory on October 15, 1949 affects normal life in state. And Mera Hauchongba to be observed on October 17th. Only indigenous communities will be allowed to participate, says Mera Hauchongba Thausil Lup Sanakon. With the rise in the digital world, we extend our welcome and gratitude to our viewers for supporting the most trusted and first ever OTT platform SKTV in Manipur that can be watched globally. And now the news in detail. In a first major step towards peace for the ongoing violent crisis in Manipur, a peace talk involving legislatures belonging to Meitei, Kuki and Naga communities, which is initiated by Ministry of Home Affairs, is underway at Ministerial Hall in 20 Subramaniam Bharti Mark Khan Market in New Delhi today. The meeting reportedly started from 1:30 p.m. The much-anticipated meeting will be attended by MLAs belonging to Meitei, Kuki and Naga communities. NPF leader and Minister Awangbao Nyumai, Mao MLA Losi Dikho, Ukhrul MLA Ram Muiva are likely to be present in the meeting, while for Kuki, Horticulture Minister Led Pau Haukip, Tipai Muk MLA Ngursanglur Sanate, Hailep MLA Ledzamang Haukip, Saikot MLA Haukelet Kibjian are expected to attend the meeting. The meeting is crucial as this is first effort to send off center to facilitate for Meitei, Kuki and Naga MLAs to sit down together for a dialogue after Kuki MLAs have so far abstained from attending any assembly sessions that were carried out during the ongoing crisis. As a Kuki, Naga and Meitei legislatures meet in New Delhi for peace talk, Aam Aadmi Manipur State Unit has cautioned against any attempt to fragment territorial integrity of Manipur. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Press Club today, Activity Coordinator of AAP, Manipur State Unit, Bishwanath Thingnam, expressed concern about the prospect of the meeting. He said it would be a good step if the MLAs are meeting to resolve the ongoing crisis. It would be ideal for MLAs to set prior condition that assures safety for territorial integrity of Manipur.
Yanaraga Layraba Wafam Amada, Santi Puraknaba Natraga Tandu Laitaba Hansinanabagini Haiduna, Waris Hanabiba Oibiragadi, September Gitang Konmatoi 1949 da, Iningto Maharaj Bodasandra Singabu, Mazari Agreement signed on Kibagum, Hana Yanaduna Layraba. Tungan Balangat Amos Hagat Bagi, Adumba, Yanasi Amada, signed Tonabagi Damat, MLA Sing invite to Virakba, Oiragadi, Anishuba, Mazar Agreement Ama, Oiragadra, Haibagi, Sing Nazaba, Amadami Party, Manipuri, Maikay the Pausay, Maitay, Mutbanatraga, Mutaba Haibase, Nasi, Hanagaduriba, Wari Asigi, Makapoli, Maramasina, Tungi Mirolgi Damak, Yang Biraga, Waris Habiba, Sangi, Haibasimasu, Amadami Party, Maikay Tamzage.
As MLAs belonging to Kuki, Meitei and Naga communities meet in New Delhi today, Kuki National Organization KNO and the United People's Front UPF, which are under suspension of Operation Bag with government, have issued a dictate to Kuki MLAs to address the concern of Kuki Zo people during the meeting. In a press statement that was issued yesterday, KNO and UPF maintained that Kuki Zo MLAs need to attend the meeting meeting as it was initiated by central government. However, the two militant groups directed Kuki MLAs to keep a steadfast standpoint on the demand for separate administration in the form of a union territory with legislature for Kuki-Zo community. It also warned Kuki-Zo MLA against engaging in direct discussion with Meitei MLAs without prior consultation with Kuki-Zo civil society organizations, CSOs, and the general public. They asserted that any meeting between Kuki-Zo and Meitei MLAs is unacceptable unless the concerns of the Kuki-Zo public are adequately addressed. KNO and UPF also directed Kuki MLAs to hold a press conference following the talks in order to inform the public of any significant outcomes. Total shutdown called by various outlawed groups against Manipur's merger with Indian territory has affected normal life in the state. A total shutdown was called by various banned outfits to mark the day as Black Day to commemorate the controversial merger agreement signed by the King of Manipur on October 15, 1949. Markets including the three Ima markets, Paungna and Thangal, which plays a vital role to the state's economy, were closed. Educational institutions were also halted operations while banks remained shut to the public despite staff presence. Petrol stations were closed and there was a noticeable decline in vehicle traffic with many passenger vehicles off the roads. Commuter activity at Kanchipur, Singchamai, Khurai Lamlong and Kwakaital markets are sharply reduced. However, no untoward incidents were reported. In response, police have implemented heightened security measures throughout various valleys districts. Convener of Mera Hauchongba Thausillup Sanakonung Mutum Maniton has announced that the Mera Hauchongba ritual designed to promote unity and strength within the indigenous community will take place on October 17th. He maintained that participation will be restricted to indigenous individuals only. During a press meet held at the Department of Art and Culture office in Palace Compound today, Maniton reiterated that non-indigenous people will not be allowed to take part in the ceremony. The event aims to enhance unity and harmony among the indigenous communities of Manipur while educating the younger generation about the historical relationships between hill and valley populations. Leaders from 23 indigenous communities along with 120 cultural troupes will participate in the celebration. Among these, 9 groups will showcase hill performances while others will present traditional dances from Andro, Wangbrel, Sugnu and Anal Chanu, including the Laima dance, Pena and Pungcholo. The event will commence at 8 a.m. starting from Sana Konung and proceed towards Kangla where the Mera Wayungba flag will be unfurled. Following this, a Yengkong Tamba ritual will be conducted featuring an exchange of gifts among the hill and valley communities. The Mera Hauchongba ceremony will then take place at 12:30 p.m. with the presence of Manipur Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren and Rajya Sabha MP Laisemba Sanachaupa.
Chahi khudingi pangthokpa Mera Hauchongbagi thoram Meragi Tramani Panba Mr. Pangthokpado hantakshu pangthokjagani Manipur State Government amasung Sana Konung khusam naraga chuma Mera Hauchongbagi thoramji pangthokjagadoribani October gi tang 13 da akhoi thoramji pangthoknanaba akhoi chenba langba ayamba loisillae sub committee nipan thongna khaidokjaraga sigumba thoramji akhoi pangthoknanaba sem sajabani akhoi yelhomi jingi oiba thoramnina handaki pangthokkadaba thoramjida maruoina yelhomi jingda ayamba akhoi Dong Chabaji Pizeraga Yellow Sing Kakioiba from the Pangtokani Yellow Minute Tabasing invite Togjedre, Yellow Me communities, Yaquina Sorana, some Pazavada, Kulum Doigumba, Yaquina Technology, Segi Katang Helaga Kunipan Gumbaitare, Howsy Powuda Quina Yellow Me communities, Kungama 22 can palm with Zeredo, can palm with Gaba Karamuzu lady. On a Hayambo the Dick, Loina can palm Toganena Kali. On a Yellow Me Sigi, Manunda Quino Jipuda can palm with Zerebizi. Tangkul koi confirm tawjare Thangal confirm tawjare Paungmai Thangam tawjare Mau tawjare Maram tawjare Rongmai Jemi aduga koi Inpui Kabui aduga Anal, Maring, Moyon, Lamkang, Chothe, Tarau, Koireng, Aimol, Kharam, aduga Kom, Chiru, Monchang na singbusingji akhoi report confirm tawjare.
JAC against the suspicious death of Yelam Subhash Chandra Singh has announced a ban on October 17, that is tomorrow, along Tidim Road, demanding a probe on the death of Yelam Subhash Chandra alias Nautun, who was found dead on October 6 in Assam's APTC Dergaon, where he was undergoing training as a new recruit for IRB. Speaking to media in this regard at the office of United Protection Committee Nambol, co-convener of the JAC, Naurim Ganga, said Manipur government has not given any positive response to the demand of a probe in the death of 29-year-old Yelam Subhash Chandra of Nambol Municipal Council, Ward Number 1, Kajiri Maninglekai under Konthojam constituency. The JAC was compelled to call the ban as government failed to give any positive response. The ban will start from 5 a.m. and continue till 5 p.m. It will be relaxed for emergency services, medical emergencies.
October की तारीख 10 दा नंबोन खाजरी मनिंग लिकाई दा लेबा येलाम सुभाष चंद्र की मिसी की मातांग दा इखोइना मणिपुर की लेंगा की मथकता मेमोरेंडम कया पिसन करे अदुबो ngasi मणिपुर लेंगा ना मदु थबक तो ओइना ओंथोरक्तरबनिना इखोइना लेंगाक ता थमगिबा निमित मंगानी की मतम पिजेखिबनी निमित मंगानी की मतम मदो तारीख 15 दा सुरबनिना इखोइ तारीख 13 असिदा तिदि बन तौजगनी मरमदी असिबा अक्सांग असे इखोइ तसेंगनमकी दि मणिपुर सरकार ना हाटपनि हाइना इखोइना यामना हक्सना जे सिना लौजै अदुना सरकार ना थबक तो ओंथोरक्तरबनिना इखोइना संगसिलिबा खोंसंग असिदा फत्तनुंगदा तौदबा यादबा कयाम थोरक तारगसु पुमनमग असे मणिपुर सरकारना मदुगी दायित्व लौगदबनी मिसी असिगी लंगला लंजिन सब चाना मणिपुर सरकारना पीबीदबा तारगदी हजि फावबो पीबीगनी हाइबेगी वाफमज थमद्रि पीगनी हाइ पीरोय हाइबेगी वाफमज अमत्त लैतबनिना अखोइना तारीख 13 की अयुकी पुंग 5 दगिना नुमिदांग वाइरम पुंग 5 फावबा अखोइना तिदिम बन तौबा असिदा खुलक लैरोनरबदा लैरिबा तिदिमगी अकोइबदा लैरिबा संस्थानसिंग ऑर्गेनाइजरसिंग पुमनमगना सरुक याबियो हाइबा वाफम अजुग थमजरी.
Dead body of a 33-year-old man which bore multiple bruises and wounds indicating extreme torture was dumped at Kurkul Primary Health Center PHC under Sekmai Police Station by some unidentified persons last evening at around 4:30 p.m. The victim has been identified as Laishram Johnson from Laipam Kuno Mamanglaikai under Imphal Police Station. The unidentified persons dumped the body at the PHC and left quickly. Following an inquest by a team of forensic science, the dead body has been deposited at RIMS mortuary. However, the motive behind the assault is yet to be ascertained. Meanwhile, people today took out a sit-in at Sangakpam Kaithel against the killing of Laishram Johnson of Laipam Kuno Maninglekai. JC against a brutal killing of Laishram Johnson and torture of Elam Roshan was also constituted, demanding justice for the deceased person. Speaking on the sideline, convener of JAC Mongbijam Bimol expressed sadness over the incident which led to the death of Laishram Johnson and injury to Elam Roshan. The JAC has decided not to claim the body until it receives justice. Government must bear all expenses for treatment of injured persons. The JAC also submitted a memorandum to Chief Minister N. Biren in connection with the killing.
Laisham Johnson Koba Miwama Kanaguma Kambu Karana Koramasi Hato Pirpa Amadi Elam Rosan Haiba Miwa Silapam Kuno Maninglekai Haiba Miwa Sibuna Tantina Purapa Koi Ahumni Amasamina Bama City Tum Puragadum Tadorpane Adubo Makoi Ahumse Maran Lairamba Yai Maduki Tapsaba Magi Nihatina Habagi Mauta Dokchanabagi Tanzama Tibidana Head Hato Pirapasi Jesina Yam Kandemto Yakanamonda Masigi Asum Marangi Tobum Topa Wayen Tataba Bizar Zathabiu, Amasung Masiki, Sapsava, Langla Lanjin Putotu, Bavadi, Akoi, Asiba Masalo, Hero, Hana, Siki, Makai, Akoi Tamzadi.
Manipur United All Manipur United Fish Farmers Association (AMOFA) has urged government to host Fish Mela this year with the aim to support fish farmers in the state who have gone through various setbacks due to flood and the ongoing crisis. In a press note, AMOFA maintained that fish farmers are facing immense hardships due to the prevailing situation. However, fish farmers have been making every possible efforts to meet the demand for fishes in the state and to reduce import of fishes from outside. Therefore, holding fish fair will encourage farmers in the state to produce more fishes and to give a platform for public to buy indigenous fishes at reasonable prices. And now the national news. All Arunachal Pradesh Students' Union (APSU) has accused that Chinese forces have encroached deep into Indian territory in the state's Anjao district, which borders both China and Myanmar. The student body claimed that Chinese People's Liberation Army (PLA) has established camps near 60 kilometers inside Indian territory, further stoking fears for escalating border tensions. The situation came into light after APSU recently conducted field survey of forward areas including Ashiliang, Kapapu, Preshu and Hadera Takuru in response to alerts from local farmers. The team reported that Chinese soldiers had set up camps in Hadera Takuru within the Chagalam revenue circle of Anjo. Biabang Hapau Diu, APSU's Finance Secretary Biabang Hapau Diu, emphasized that local farmers had vacated their lands in Preshu due to the encroachment. Diu added that access to certain areas, particularly beyond Kapapu, has been restricted by the Indian Army, making intervention challenging. APSU has expressed frustration over lack of response from Arunachal Pradesh to MPs despite repeated warnings of Chinese incursions. BJP MP Tapir Gao had earlier raised the issue of Chinese infiltration in various sectors of Arunachal Pradesh, cautioning that the situation could deteriorate if the ongoing border dispute is not resolved swiftly by the central government. Several opposition MPs walked out of a joint parliamentary committee meeting on Waqf bill, alleging the derogatory remarks by BJP member. The opposition members, including Gaurav Gogoi, Congress, Arvind Sawant, Shiv Sena, A. Raja, DMK, Asauddin, OIC, AIMIM, Mohibullah, Samajwadi Party and Sanjay Singh AAP expressed their disapproval of the Joint Parliamentary Committee meeting on the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 panel's functioning, claiming it did not follow proper parliamentary rules. The MPs alleged that the former chairman of the Karnataka State Minorities Commission, Anwar Manipadi, deviated from the agenda by making political accusation against the Karnataka government and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, which they found irrelevant and politically charged. The opposition MPs, after boycotting the meeting for nearly an hour, rejoined but have decided to approach the Lok Sabha Speaker to raise their concerns about the Waqf bill and the conduct of the meeting. This walkout follows a similar protest earlier in the week over allegations that Manipadi's comments were politically motivated and violated the committee's mandate. The Supreme Court of India has issued notices to the Union Government and Election Commission of India in a response to the petition advocating that pre-election promises of freebies by political parties be classified as bribery. Filed by Bengaluru resident Shashank J. Sridhara and represented by Advocate Srivasan, the petition calls for regulatory controls to prevent political parties from making unchecked promises during campaigns. A bench comprising of Chief Justices D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice J.P. Paddiwala and Manoj Mishra has asked for official responses from the Centre and ECI, consolidating the petition with similar ongoing cases. The petitioner argues that unregulated promises of freebies create a significant financial strain on the public exchequer, often without a clear mechanism to ensure accountability or fulfillment. The debate over election freebies has been a contentious issue with concerns over their impact on voters and fiscal discipline. The court has previously entertained similar petitions, such as one filed by senior advocate Vijay Hansaria on behalf of Ashwini Upadhyay, calling for judicial scrutiny of the practice. The latest move by the Supreme Court signals a continued judicial effort to address potential electoral malpractice tied to unregulated campaign promises. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center, Imphal state's maximum temperature was recorded at 28.4 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 96% in the morning and 26% in the evening. Before we conclude, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Meeting conveyed by Ministry of Home Affairs in Delhi for ministers and MLAs of Meitei, Naga and Kuki communities commences at 1:30 p.m. KNO and UPF support Kuki MLAs participation in center conveyed meeting but warned against discussions with Meitei MLAs without consulting Kuki CSOs. Total shutdown called by various outlaw groups against Manipur's merger with Indian territory on October 15, 1949 affects normal life in state. And Mera Chongba to be observed on October 17th. Only indigenous communities will be allowed to participate, says Mera Chongba Thausil Luk Sanakon. And with that, we came to an end in this edition of the afternoon English news. Thank you for watching SKTV News, the first ever OTT platform in Manipur. Please visit SKTV website skyic.in to download SKTV app. You can now access Google Play Store to download the app. SKTV iOS app is now accessible on Apple App Store. For early access, use the QR code. The download link will also be pinned in all our comment section. Join us for real-time news updates, exclusive interviews and comprehensive analysis of current affairs in Manipur.